Hello, my lovelies. So we are going to start today's collective with, again, one of the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. I love this tarot. So far it's been giving amazing insight, and thank goodness it refreshed the stories. So it's not always the same old story, right? As for the tarot, today we are going to be using the Crystal Visions Tarot, which is a very purpley pink type of deck. Let's go ahead and see what's going to be coming up in today's story. By the way, if you are a returning or new viewer, thank you for being here. The way you show appreciation for my time, my energy, all this effort I put into the readings is to make sure to send stars. That would be the best way. If you can't do that, then make sure to react to the video, comment, share, follow the page, subscribe. All of those things help to show me that you really appreciate my time and energy and want to support me, okay? So let's see what's coming up in today's story. Let's see. Let's let the oracle set the theme. What's coming up in today's story? All right. Ooh. Oh, okay. We got titties. No, I'm just kidding. We've got the ceremony card. So it says, I call upon those heralds of winter, dimming light for better sight. Hear thy praise spilling from thy lips, a spell I'll cast for thy spirits in me. Okay, let's read number 4. Let's see what it says. Number 4, the key words for this card are rite of passage, direction, intention. Ceremonies are rites of passage that mark the end of one way of being and the beginning of a new journey. We see them represented in birthdays, graduations, and in the case of magic, a series of steps that direct energy towards your desired intention. To perform a ceremony is a pledge to transcend your former self so that you may become wiser and more powerful. You have pulled ceremony because you are ready to rise to a new level of being. Where you are now is much too small for who you are becoming. You are ready to expand and to start reaching for bigger goals. Do not be afraid of your power, for you are destined to do and have more extraordinary things. If ever you doubt yourself, know that you have earned your seat at this new table through the lessons, challenges, and hardships you have previously endured. You may wish to perform a ceremony of your own to cement your commitment to a new direction. Okay, is that it? Yeah. So this actually is beautiful. I have a current, like right now I'm doing the Twin Flame kit, which I'm almost out, and I'm going to start shipping them shortly. But it has a lot to do with this. It's people who are ready to find their twin flame and pull them in with intentions, with ceremony, right? So let's see what this specific story is about. All right. So let's see. What's today's storyline? Having to do with ceremony. All right. So we've got the 3 of Cups. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like this is feminine already. Not only is the ceremony card a very feminine energy, but we've also got 4 feminines here. Now, I believe it has to do with one specific feminine. She may be asking, just because we've got 3 people here, especially three feminine energies. She may have her friends help her set intentions. We have a full moon there. Could be on the cusp of the full moon. Could also be just, on the new moon, on a waxing moon, waning moon, whatever. There's intention setting here. Now let's go ahead and clarify. She's single, doing well, prosperous. What is it she's setting intentions for? Let's clarify the 3 of Cups. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Emperor. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. I love it. So we have a feminine here who, like I said, is ready to pull in her twin flame. So she's single. She's shown up as the 9 of Pentacles. She's done the work. She has put herself in a place where she is happy single. She is thriving, and she's ready. Now, the thing about this is we have the the Wheel of Fortune here, which shows that it's a mix. It's a mix of she feels ready, but it's always divine timing at play. So she's ready because it's time now. And she's ready to pull in her masculine. She's ready to go from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Build a family, build something stable. Now, let's see. I'm gonna put this one over here. Let's see what else we see. What else? So you know what? I'm actually excited because this may have to do with the twin flame kit, the people that have ordered it. All right, we've got the 4 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So Queen of Swords already indicates to us that she's been hurt before, right? She has had to set boundaries, and the butterflies here are indicative of her transformation. She had to know when to say enough. She had to know, 4 of Cups. She's had to reject people, push them away, and she's had to give herself time to heal. Give herself time to learn to love herself. I love this particular image because it has like the roses and the petals. Like, although she's in a place of coldness, right, isolation, there's still hints all around her of the self-love that she's pouring into herself. I love that. So let's clarify the 4 of Swords. We've got, there's the Queen of Swords again. Clarify the 4 of Swords. Ten of Swords. So we have the Queen of Swords again, right? She's had, like I said, she's had to put up boundaries. She's had to end connections that weren't serving her highest good. She's had to walk away because when people hurt her, she has to know enough is enough. She can't keep giving to situations that are obviously going to not be respecting her, putting her in a good place, right? That are not doing well for her mental health. Because what she wants is harmony. What she wants is peace. And if she's in connections that are obviously not feeding that, why keep feeding that connection, right? If somebody's bringing a lot of chaos, heartbreak, and hurt, they're most likely not your peace. Let's be real. All right, let's see. Okay, so we've got the Hermit. Oh, look, the Knight of Wands. So this is most likely who she had to heal from. Could be somebody who has fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be. We also have Virgo energy here. Ultimately, this is just somebody who they're not ready for a commitment, right? We're not judging them because that's just where they're at in their journey. But this is somebody who they enjoy the one-night stands. They enjoy the conquest. They enjoy the games that come with the dating world. They don't enjoy stability. Commitments, nah, that's not their thing. Clarify the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Cups. I don't read reversals, but we all know that. Oh. Oh boy. So this is somebody who, on the outside, they may look very accomplished. This could be somebody who is a businessman. This could be somebody who maybe they've traveled a lot. They're accomplished, right? They're successful with the World card here. They could have abundance, prosperity, financially. But this is somebody who they enjoy love for the sake of love. So they enjoy love in the dating stages. They enjoy the whole, getting to know each other, the sexual tension that builds, the little glances, the first kiss, all that type of thing. They don't like moving past that stage. Once it starts getting too monotonous, it starts getting boring. So they show up in devil energy because that's toxic. Right? They're toxic to other people because they will come across with this type of energy. They know that they're charming, they're lovable, people will fall in love with them, but they're just never going to get past a certain stage. They could have many times left people crying over them. So this is who the Queen of Swords is having to heal from. She was also part of this person's little black book. All right, let's see. Ten of Cups. Yeah, see, this is what she thought she would have with this person. She thought it would lead to having a family, having a baby. Look at that. She could almost envision herself with possibly a little girl. She could already see herself sharing a life with this person. Life doesn't always go the way we plan it, right? Clarify Ten of Cups. Yeah, look at that. So one, wow. I was gonna say one, he does care for her. He does love her. But what he can't be open and honest with her about, because there's deception, right, is that this isn't gonna go where she wants it to go. It's never gonna go to marriage. It's never going to go to her being a mother. He likes building up that fantasy for her because that makes her really soft towards him. That makes her very open and loving towards him. He loves that. So he's going to make all these beautiful promises. He knows her dream. She's probably shared it with him. And he's all like, yeah, I totally have the same dream. And it's just never going to materialize because he's fallen in love with this stage of the romance. This is somebody, this Knight of Wands is somebody who sees this part as the most sublime part of love. Once, it gets into actual commitment, the daily grind and seeing each other's ugly sides and losing temper, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. He likes keeping it here, which honestly is very fake, because this is just the very beginning stages. This is not somebody who would be by your side if you ever are in trouble. This is not somebody who would be by your side if you need help, if you're having a bad day. This is somebody who's like, oh, she's having a bad day. Let me not talk to her right now until she gets her shit together. They just don't like ugliness. Wow. Look at that. The Lovers. I'm telling you, he loves this. Oh, he loves this. Because he loves building this fantasy for her that, yes, you are my empress. You are going to be the mother of my children. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. Because at the end of the day, he has no intention of making her the mother of his children. But he loves the softness that she gives when she's in that type of energy. He loves how loving she gets, how excited she gets. Her eyes light up, her whole face changes. That's what he loves. So he'll tell her whatever she wants to hear. Clarify the Empress. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that. All of the nurturing energy, literally all of the nurturing energy. The Empress, the part of the Empress, you know how we've said the Empress is all four queens, right? The part of the Empress that makes her so nurturing is that she has these two queens, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, in her energy. When she goes Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, that's her being fierce and feral. This is her being nurturing. So all three energies that have to do with nurturing, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress all came out. This is what he loves. This is what he loves about love, being nurtured. He loves it when she's so soft and pliable, and there's all this like fantasy. And look at this. Look at this. The little doves are raising the. I cannot. I cannot. Look. He feels like he's her knight in shining armor, and it's like he's building this fantasy for her. And unfortunately, she eats it all up because she doesn't know how to distinguish reality from fantasy. So she shows up with the Three of Cups, Six of Wands, which means she loves sharing, like, oh my God, I have the best boyfriend. He's so this and he's so that. And the thing is, she's never really aware that when it comes to daily life, she's not going to have this person's assistance. So if she has a flat tire, he's nowhere to be found. If her car has issues, he's nowhere to be found. If she's, this is somebody, no, actually, let me rephrase that. No. She may be able to call on him when she has needs, but she'll never see his ugly side. And what I mean by that is because this made me change my mind. Look at that. Look at the way he's holding her. So if she has like a death in the family, oh, he'll be there for her. Yeah, she can cry on his shoulder. Because he wants to be the knight in shining armor, right? If she has, I'll correct that. If she does have a flat tire, she does have, yeah, she'll see that. She'll just never see him in a vulnerable moment. She'll never see a moment where he isn't at his best because he has to keep up this facade of the perfect man, right? Because he loves what she's willing to give to the perfect man. She just never questions if that's it. She just thinks, of course that's it, because he's the perfect man. No, he's not. Because in reality, we have 9 pentacles here. She's actually very alone. So I have a feeling that they probably are not going to live together, because when you live with someone is when you see all of them. You see them when they're irritated. You see them when they're not showered. You see them when, they haven't brushed their teeth. None of like you see the everything. You see their good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, all. So these two are going to be in a very fairy-like, I don't know how, fantasy-like, not fairy. I'm saying fairy because the art, fantasy-like connection. And so far she's fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker, she's fallen for it because she thinks that this is love. Let's fit one more card on there. Ooh. 10 of Wands with the Moon. Now, at some point, thank goodness, she starts getting a little like, wait a minute. Something about her starts questioning things. Because we show up with the Moon, which is a lot of unknowns. She starts realizing, maybe people ask her questions like, well, what about maybe what about this person's family? Well, I haven't met them. Okay. Well, what about this person's job? Oh, well, I'm not really sure where they work. It's almost like the more she realizes people, like her friends, right? The Three of Cups over there, ask her questions, and she realizes, I don't know. I just realized I don't know that about this person. And it starts becoming a burden. She starts realizing, why don't I know this about this person? Clarify 10 of Wands. Let's see. 7 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Knight of Cups. With the Hermit. So with the Hermit being the overall energy. Uh-oh. So first we start with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, you see how there's like all these cups and these clouds. It's the literal definition of a fantasy. Something, an illusion, something that isn't real. Almost like she starts trying to figure out, wait, which of these cups is reality and which of them is not? And she might start realizing, maybe this person either one, isn't as wealthy as they make themselves out to be, or two, isn't as secure as they make themselves out to be. Because whenever it comes to asking this person's questions about themselves, they turn into the King of Swords. They get real silent, real intelligent about what to share, what not to share. And then they go back to being the charming, lovable Knight of Cups until she's realizing this is a lot of manipulation. I don't know which way is up, which way is down anymore. It causes a lot of confusion. A lot. Hold on. There we go. So let's see. What else do we need to know about this story? Ooh, okay. We will get into these in a minute. Let's start with this one. We've got the Hanged Man. Uh-oh. With the High Priestess. So the Moon and the High Priestess are both energies of not only are they indicating a lot of intuition. High Priestess and the Moon are, this is Pisces energy. The Moon can also be considered Neptune, or literally the Moon, Cancerian energy. And then we've got the Hanged Man, which is also Neptune energy. So there's a lot of water energy here, specifically Pisces, I would say, but could also be Cancer. So this queen has a lot of intuitive energy, right? And she's getting to the point where possibly the very pointed questions she's asking is putting this man on the spot, where he's like, God, why did she keep asking these things? Clarify the Hanged Man, because now he doesn't look at his body language. She's like, why are you putting me through this? Why are you cross-examining me? He may even say things like that. Like, is this an interrogation? Clarify the Hanged Man. But it makes her realize, like, what's he got to hide? Why isn't he sharing it? I thought we were in love. Oh, boy. So her questions have made something very clear to him. It's just time to move on. Because every time a connection gets to this point where she starts saying things like, when am I going to meet your family? And when is it going to go beyond this? And I don't even know where you work. And he's like, oh, Lord. Well, guess it's time to move on and find my next victim. Okay, I have to make a note aside. For those of you who are going to resonate with this story and have been through a situation like this, in the comments, I don't want to hear things where you're degrading another human being, okay? When someone acts this way, this is somebody who has clearly been through some trauma, has not worked on themselves. That's obvious, right? We all see that. We don't have to call this person anything degrading because they're already punishing themselves. And you'll see it throughout the story. And if it's not clear how they're punishing themselves, by the end of the story, I'll come back to it, okay? So let's keep that in mind. I don't want to hear it. Not that. You can share your story where you went through something similar, absolutely, but I do not want to hear the words narcissist. I don't want to hear what a terrible human he is, because he's not. This is a flawed human. Otherwise, people who know that they've done this will never work on themselves because they're like, oh, well, people are diagnosing me, saying that this is just who I am. This is who I am, I guess. We have to let them know, no, this is not who you are. This is something you've become because of where you've been, but you can work on yourself, okay? So, he's moving on. Oh, wait, let's see the other cards. A Nine of Pentacles. So this is how she ended up single, huh? Oof, yep. That's how she ended up being the Queen of Swords. She realized that she didn't know this person very well, and that when she did ask questions, all she got was dumped. This person walked away and no longer had anything to do with her. Clarify Nine of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. The Hanged Man. Clarify Queen of Swords. Oh, so, yeah. He didn't like the questions. He didn't like that she was picking up on patterns. And she might have even done it playfully. With Two of Pentacles makes me think of somebody kind of being like, hey, remember that other day you told me this, but what was up with that? You know, kind of gently asking questions, but being very pointed. He made himself the victim, basically, and made her out to be someone difficult, made her out to be somebody who was interrogating him. And one thing she realized, he's lying. That's the one thing she realized. He's lying. This whole relationship has been a facade. It's not real. All the things he told me about his daily life are not true, because he might have dropped hints like, oh yeah, I work at this and this bank. And then she goes to ask, and there's no such thing as, sorry, damn train. One second. Okay, it's almost done. She might have gone to ask and realized that no such person worked there. So he moved on, and now she has the choice. Either she's going to hold on to this pain forever, or like the Four of Swords, she's going to heal, and she's going to move on from it. And she's going to use ceremony and intentions to not only move past this, but to find herself somebody who actually wants to build the type of life she wants. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know about this storyline? Ooh. King of Pentacles. Oh, wait. Four of Pentacles makes me think he disappeared and she struggled to let him go. And while she's healing, because we did have the Four of Swords up there, he reappears. This time as a King of Pentacles. With Judgment, wanting to bring this back to life. Oh, wow. With the Two of Cups, wanting to offer love. Now she's guarded. Now she's like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I think you're a liar. Oh boy. Let's see. Clarify the King of Pentacles. We have the Emperor. Oh boy. King of Wands. Clarify King of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. This is interesting because it's through meeting her, because she did show up in divine feminine energy. She showed up with the Empress. She showed up with the High Priestess. So she showed up in divine energy, both in the in the spiritual realm as in the 3D realm. And being around this person put her in Queen of Swords mode, right? So now she has to be guarded. So when he comes back, because she inspired him to heal. Well, I don't know. See, I don't know that he healed though. Where does it say he healed? Oh. Well, no, yeah, he walked away. Walking away from her. Remember when I said these type of people, they get their own punishment in a different way. That was punishment for him. So maybe he had done this several times, but this is the first time he actually did fall in love. And something about her inspired him to become his divine self, his divine masculine self. She helped him tap into that power, tap into that side of him. But now he created his own punishment, because now that he tries to come back, she's showing up with Queen of Swords energy towards him. Now, before she didn't want to let her go, now she doesn't want to let him in. Because he was not honest with her the first time around. All the things that she wanted, she realized he never wanted. And now that he wants it, she's like, all I know of you are lies. How do I know that you want to actually build something? Let's see. What else do we need to know about this storyline? The Fool. With the Page of Wands. So I'll clarify, because on one hand, this could mean that she wants to take a leap of faith. And on the other hand, it could mean that he wants her to take a leap of faith. Let's see. Clarify the Fool. Got the Nine of Cups. Four of Cups. Yeah, Death and yeah, no. No. So she's showing up as the Fool card because she's saying she's good single. She doesn't want this. She can't trust him. She doesn't know what he may show himself as a King of Pentacles, but she's like, yeah, well, I thought that's what you were last time. Turns out you weren't. So she feels like she needs to transform some more, because she's working on her foundation. She's working on her personal strength. So right now she's in the energy of, it's not about you. It's the fact that I need to work on me, because the fact that I fell for that tells me that my foundation isn't great. I fell for a fantasy, which means that's what I wanted. I wanted a fantasy, and I need to work on myself. So right now it's not just you. I don't want love with anyone. I need to focus on me. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Well, we already saw that one. We've got King of Wands. Ooh. Okay. We've got the Five of Pentacles. And then we saw one that flipped over. The Ten of Swords. Yeah. So this king left her feeling very betrayed. She doesn't know. If there's one thing she realized is, I obviously don't value myself because I was too eager to give love, and I didn't ask myself what you were giving me. I didn't ask myself if I truly knew you. And now that he's showing up as an actual king, she's just like, yeah, I need to work on myself though. I'm glad you've worked on you. I'm glad you're doing your thing, but I still haven't gotten over the betrayal. It still feels very recent. I still feel the abandonment very sharply. I still feel the hurt very sharply. I'm not ready. Let's clarify. Clarify the King of Wands. got the Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Let's clarify Ten of Swords. I'm going to do these separate because it's a lot to do all at one time. So I got Six of Wands, the Hierophant, wow, Ace of Wands, and the Devil. At the Page of Pentacles. So this is what I meant when I said that people like this create their own punishment, because they create this fear of being in a connection with them. And then when they do fall in love, that person doesn't want to trust them because they have shown themselves to be untrustworthy. So now that he's in love with her and that he wants this Queen of Cups version of her, he wants the affectionate part, he wants the soft part. He went to heal for it. Now she's like, yeah, but now I need to heal my heart because the soft part of me, you hurt. So that's why now you see the Queen of Swords. With the Six of Wands, remember, she was over here telling her friends about him. She was telling people what a wonderful man he was. And it was very humiliating to realize that everybody realized before she did that this wasn't real. Now he wants marriage, but now she's like, yeah, well, what I know of you is that you want sex. That's what I remember you wanted. What I remember of you is that you lied, you were toxic, you would make yourself a victim, you would gaslight me, you would manipulate me. I don't know what to trust anymore. He's had this one vision guiding him that he would return to her and they would fix this and they would grow. And she's just like, I don't know about all that. But he kind of did this to himself. This is something that he kind of, without meaning to, created a very difficult situation for himself because the person that he loves now will not trust him. Okay, so there's 4. Let's do 2 and 2. So 2 at a time. Page of Swords and 2 of Wands. So the Page of Swords had kind of come out before, but I kept clarifying. So he's been watching her and she's been watching him. They never stopped watching each other. But I feel like there was the energy of watching each other, but in her mind, she's watching him and realizing he really isn't the type of person that I thought he was. And meanwhile, he's watching her and thinking, wow, she really is the type of person she pretended to be. Or I thought she was pretending. That's who she actually was. Clarify Page of Swords. Judgment, 10 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, clarify 2 of Wands. Ace of Swords. Oh, that's a lot. 9 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So more than anything, he was watching her. More than anything. Because he always had this plan, right, of bringing this back to life. It was something he carried with him. He didn't let go. He never let go of this Empress in his mind. He had this vision of how he was going to return as the Emperor. He was going to be her real knight of shining armor. He was going to fight for them to now have daily life together. Now they were going to live together. Now they were going to cry together. They were going to do everything together. She was going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly the way she always wanted to. I don't know. I don't think that plan went really well, as we can tell. You know, for those of you who might think, oh, that's kind of romantic. You know why this plan didn't work? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain it to you in very simple language. Because when someone is your partner, how do I put this? He went to go work on himself, right? But he separated himself from her because he didn't want her seeing the ugly side of him as he worked through his trauma. He'd rather come in as the powerful version of himself, which that's fine. That's his choice. But to her, that's not partner energy. Partner energy is someone that's like, look, I'm fucked up, yes, but I want us to work through this together. I lied. Okay, I promise I'll never do that again. I made a mistake. You'll never catch me making that mistake again. That's partnership, working through it together. She was so in love with him, she would have forgiven everything. She would have worked through it with him. But the fact that he just up and disappeared and left her created this chasm between them. A valley that couldn't be closed now. It created distance. And in his mind, he never let her go. But in her mind, he definitely let her go. Because he wasn't present. He wasn't sharing sorrows with her. He wasn't sharing growth with her. He wasn't sharing anything with her. All she saw was a wall with the Seven of Wands. All she saw was that he was guarding himself against her. She never saw anything else. Whereas he thought he was protecting the beautiful side of love. That's not the beauty of love is that you have all these memories with this person, that you go through all of these crazy moments with a person. That's how you build intimacy, through seeing each other through all of these different situations, through creating memories. And he just disappeared on her. Let's clarify Seven of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Ace of Cups. So now they're on two different paths. He left her out in the cold. And while he was over here focused on one day I'm going to come back and we're going to have this 10 of cups and it's going to be magical. I'm going to come in and sweep her off her feet. I'm going to dick her down. I'm going to be there and invest time and energy. Meanwhile, in her mind, she's like, he left. He wasn't strong enough to stay with me. He wasn't strong enough to invest in me. He wasn't strong enough for us to be vulnerable with each other. So she is now on a different path. She's on the path of being single and ready to mingle. With 3 of Cups, she starts socializing. She starts opening herself back up to life, opening herself up back to the idea of love without this person. Because once she went through this, she probably got to the point where she started doubting if the whole connection was even real, because it was all like a very superficial bond. It wasn't the depth that she wanted. It wasn't the type of love that she wanted. Let's see. The 3 of Pentacles. I told you this is what she wanted. Look at this. Oh, man. Do you see this? Do you see this image? Do you see what they're doing? Together, they're building something. And they're out in nature, which means they could be building from the ground up. But the point is, they're building together. That's what she wants. That is partnership. So when he just left because it was too much, he couldn't take it. He didn't want her seeing him in his ugly stage. He just wanted her seeing him after he had come back as a king. She's probably building with someone else. or already built with someone else, someone who was willing to build with her. Clarify Three of Pentacles. You'll see that Two of Cups flip over and go back in. Let's see. Well, what'd I say? She didn't give up on love. With the Nine of Wands, she knew that even if this person, this Knight of Cups, wasn't ready for love, somebody else out there would be. He wasn't ready. He was immature, and she had to heal from him. But Four of Wands and the Justice card. The universe had her a partner. And remember, this whole thing started with the ceremony, right? With calling upon setting intentions, basically. Calling for something from the universe. And it was time. Let's see. What else do we know? Look at that. The Justice card again with, what did I just say? The Wheel of Fortune. So, when she was ready, the universe was also ready. Because again, divine timing. This is how fate and destiny work out. By the time she healed, by the time she gave herself time to process this hurt, process this pain, learn lessons from it, become a better version of herself, the universe is like, we got something for you, mama. We got new love. Clarify Justice. And this one is red. Eight of Wands, Four of Swords. And Judgment. Oh. Wait. Don't tell me it's this person. Because here we have the Judgment card. Now, hold on. Doesn't have to. Well, there they are. Okay, so this could go a couple of different ways because I'm not totally convinced it's this person. Because there can be more than one King of Pentacles, right? Whoever it is that the universe is bringing to her, it is definitely a King of Pentacles. So we can also, you know how every card has a couple of meanings, right? I have to say that King of Pentacles could also represent that someone came into her life when she still wasn't ready. And so she may have told this person right now, it might not have been that same person. Because the Judgment card came out a while ago, it's why I thought it was that same person. This person, this King of Pentacles could have come into her life and she was like, look, I just had to heal from this Knight of Wands that I dealt with. I'm not ready. I understand that you are ready, but I'm not, and I need time. And so it could have been this person, the one that was waiting and had this image of coming in and giving her love, being willing to build with her. Because Eight of Wands is like, it happens suddenly, but it happens suddenly because now there's been healing. Now there's been time. So this is something that's coming back. Let's see. We'll know. We'll know in a minute if it's him or not. What we do know with the Justice card is that this is somebody that the universe is aligning her with. Ooh. And that it's an equal balance for her. Let's see. What else do we need to know about the storyline? So we'll know if that King of Pentacles is that same knight, or if it's another person. Nine of Swords. Strength. And the Nine of Swords. It might be. It might be the same person. It might be. Because she's worried as hell. Let's see. Clarify Nine of Swords. Why is she worried? Knight of Pentacles. The Devil. Oof. 10 of Pentacles. I'm going to say it's the same person because he keeps showing up as King of Pentacles, King of Wands. So she's probably worried because she's like, wait, isn't this the person that was toxic? The person that kept making promises and never moved forward? The person that didn't want to build with me? So now there's all this anxiety because she's like, wait, I thought I had, is this a test? I'd be worried too. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be worried as hell too. I'd be like, what the fuck? I thought I got past this. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know about this storyline? Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. See, and this is a very fantasy type card. Look at that. She's fucking riding a dragon. There's a rainbow coming out of this cup. Yeah, this feels very... So she's... Yeah, okay. This is what I was going to say. She's like, okay, let's try it. But she's kind of keeping her expectations very moderate. Like, for all I know, this is another fantasy. I'm just going to slow my roll. Because I remember last time it didn't go well. Clarify Seven of Cups. Yep, it's the same person. Okay. I'm all excited she's got a new boo, and no, it's the same bitch. So, okay, sorry. Y'all know I'm kidding when I say bitch, right? I'm not saying he's a bitch. Anyways. 10 of Wands. So now this is weighing on her. So she's kind of like, look. Now she's showing up very practical, right? Although she's still the nurturer, which she always was practical because she showed up with the Queen of Pentacles before. She's, in this Queen of Pentacles, if you look at her face, she's wearing a mask. So she's like, okay, let's try. But she's not putting all her cards on the table this time. She's moving forward very cautiously because she's like, for all I know, the same thing will happen. He'll build castles in the air and then he'll disappear. So she's being very cautious. Even though now we see he is showing up in King energy, you can't really blame her for being cautious, can you? Let's see. What else? What else do we need to know about this storyline? I'm curious. Okay, so we've got the Six of Wands. Why is the Seven of Swords here? The Six of Pentacles. I'm not crazy about this combination. I don't like the Seven of Swords anywhere. Because, well, okay. If we're looking at it from different perspectives, that could be that this king now has to be strategic because she doesn't trust his ass. Yeah. Okay. So far, so good. But it's going public. This connection is getting to the point where people are, okay, you guys are together. But Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Is this sabotage or self-sabotage? Clarify Seven of Swords. Let's see. Clarify Six of Pentacles. See, I feel like now the roles have kind of switched in a way. Because she's showing up like, yeah, we're building something. We're totally secure, both of us. Yep. But she's not really. Because Seven of Swords means she's lying to herself. She thinks that she's doing fine. She thinks that she's moving forward. But in reality, she's still not accepting. She's not letting it in. She's still holding on to everything from the past. And she thinks that this is some sort of victory. The fact that she's holding back, the fact that she's not letting him know her feelings, the fact that she's not opening up, she's not being vulnerable, but now she's being the toxic one. Now she's the one that's like not moving forward. She thinks it's justified. But in reality, the roles have just reversed. The tables have turned, but it gives her a sense of victory and like, ha! But it's just out of pride. It's because before she felt like he made a fool out of her. So it's almost like now she's like happy that she can almost make a fool out of him. But I don't know. This is not... I thought she was healing. What happened? What happened? Because she's definitely still she's still holding on to the past. She never let it go. She keeps saying, yeah, I'm healing, but it's like what someone says and what they're doing tells you which one, actions speak louder than words for a reason. She can say she's healing, but if she keeps bringing it up, she is not healing. Oh, boy. Yep, here she is. Four of Cups, Cancer moon energy. With the Hierophant. So now this person's like, so are we gonna get married? Or she's like, I don't know if I want to marry you. I don't know. You kind of get on my nerves now. Like now she's playing with it now. The universe brought it back around to her because now this person's ready and she's just like, I don't know. Clarify Four of Cups. Well, she's very much in the energy of what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So, okay, you wanna run off? You wanna promise marriage to me? It's almost like she's just more focused. I wouldn't be surprised if the Five of Swords came up because this is more focused on evening the field. You did this to me, I did this to you. Tit for tat. Now I'm single and I don't want you. And now you're gonna be here hurt. But how does that fix anything? Yeah, the Death card showed up because I think this connection is going to end. But now I'm forgetting what. This is like what, a rite of passage, I guess? I don't know. Now I'm a little confused. Let's see, last row. What else do we need to know? The Star. Yep. Okay. The Star and Death. There needs to be healing. There needs to be vulnerability. And there needs to be transformation. So these two loved each other at one point, right? So he didn't want her to see him in a vulnerable state. So he took off and he came back when he was gonna ready. But during all that time, she turned into the Queen of Swords. She turned into the part of herself that kind of got a little bitter, angry at this. So now that he comes back, he's all ready. And she's like, well, now I'm not going to be vulnerable. Now neither one of them is vulnerable. Neither one of them has grown. Neither one of them has changed. They have, but he didn't learn the lesson of vulnerability. And she learned from him instead of him learning from her. So Let's see. Clarify the star. Yeah. Okay. So what really needed to happen was her telling him how she felt when he left, and if she didn't trust him, not letting him back in. Because she let him back in because she wanted to do to him what he had done to her. She didn't let him back in because she's actually trying to build. Because when you're actually trying to build, you're vulnerable and you say, hey, you know what? When you left me feeling out in the cold. You left me feeling like I was worthless. You hurt me. And I don't know if I can trust you. And instead of saying that, she's like, oh, I don't care. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Try to earn my trust. Let's go. Let's go. So he tries earning her trust. And the whole time she's just sitting there laughing like, what an idiot. He actually thinks I'm going to give him commitment. So the Justice card has come out because he had his karma, in the sense that if she had told him, I don't want anything to do with you now, that would have been his karma, because he earned that by walking away when he should have been vulnerable. But now she has earned karma for herself, in the sense that instead of being vulnerable and using that lesson to transform, she just used that to pay him back in the same kind. So now they both have their karma. Now it's like, I can't make you better, but we can make each other worse. How is that growth? Let's see. What else do we need to know about this storyline? Look at that. The Lovers. With the Eight of Pentacles. So here's the thing about love, guys. Love requires work. It doesn't just require sweet nothings. It doesn't just require flowers and chocolates, and that's the romanticized Hollywood version of love. True love takes work daily. True love takes choosing each other when you're not at your best, when you're not feeling like it. Choosing each other means, right now we might not have money, this person is annoying me, they might have gotten sick, and whatever, all the things of daily life they share. But it also requires vulnerability, and that is also work, because not everybody can do that. You can't build a bond without that daily work. And neither one of them were willing to put in the work. So how are they expecting love out of this connection? Clarify the Lovers. Look, they both pushed it away. We have the Four of Cups here and the Four of Cups here. They both pushed it away because neither one of them was ready for vulnerability. Which is ironic that this is the card, because this person being shown naked is literally about vulnerability. They both wanted love, but they wanted it to be fun. They wanted it to be always a good time, and love should be easy, and love should be this, love should just flow. And that's not true love, actually. Not really. That's not the love that survives for years. Let's see. What else do we need to know about this woman? The Chariot. And the Eight of Cups. Yeah, so this love isn't going to survive. It's not going to survive because, like I said, neither one of them had the intention of being vulnerable. And to me, that has to do with the ceremony. And actually, this is making me think of the ceremony that comes with the vows that come in a wedding, right? Through sickness, for richer, poor, sickness and death. There's these vows made as in we're going to be together through all of these things. And when you make those promises, most people have to make sacrifices to keep them, right? And these two had no intention of making those promises. They were like, I'm not about to promise that to him. Or I'm not about to promise that to her. And how is that going to build that bond? Clarify the Chariot. They both had a very strong will. But that strong will also meant that neither one of them wanted to be tied down. Neither one of them, they wanted the illusion, but the reality that came with love, they didn't want. And you can't really build anything like that. So you're going to end up walking away from it. You know, all those podcasts that talk about women being submissive? Love requires submission, but from both people. Look at that. Two of Cups requires, just like she is submissive to him, he should be submissive to her. And that's something neither one of them was ready for. That's something neither one of them either knew how to do or could do. Let's clarify Two of Cups. Yeah, look at that. When she was in her vulnerable moment, when she was in wanting to open up and give to him, he didn't want to give to her. He was the knight. And then when he was ready to come back, she didn't know if it was time. Because they never gave to each other. Like, he never, I think he loved the softness that she gave, but he didn't know how to give it back because he never, it never showed him being that soft with her. She always had to be the soft one. And love requires both people submitting to each other. It's not about you submit to me. True love means this person is more important than my pride. My bond with our relationship is more important than my pride. Our relationship is more important than, you know, me feeling like I'm right. Our relationship is more important than me feeling like I'm the one in charge. Do you see what I'm saying? And neither one of them had been ready for that commitment. All right, let's see. Last two cards. Because they created this mental blockage. Because remember, the swords are the mind. They created this mental blockage of, well, I can't because, you know, she'll do this. Well, I can't because he'll do this, you know. So they created a barricade between themselves. Last two cards. Like I said, barricade. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Let's see. Clarify Two of Swords. King of Pentacles. Oh, that's too many. We're not taking all these. Six of Wands. Yeah. See, he always shows up in earth energy. I think he showed up once as the King of Cups. He keeps showing up as King of Pentacles, King of Wands. So he knows how to give financially as the King of Pentacles. He knows how to give passion as the King of Wands. He doesn't know how to give vulnerability. He didn't know how to open up to her. And he got the cold version of her after a while. Because you can't keep expecting someone else to keep opening and opening and opening up to you without you giving in return. But Six of Wands indicates it had more to do with the ego. This king saw it as weakness to open up. This king saw it as a, what? That's a woman shit. Like, yeah, she should open up to me because she's the woman. And I'll protect her. I'll be soft with her. I won't make fun of her, but I'm not opening up to her. I'm not her bitch. Oh boy. That's why there was no balance. One more. Last card. What's the last card? And there you have it. That's what he's going to have. She's going to end up walking away. Look at that. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at the irony. Because what he loved about her, he couldn't give. Which is really ironic. Because why would you not be able to give the same thing? That shows he might have gotten stronger in some ways, but he didn't heal. Because when you're healed, you don't see vulnerability as a weakness. Clarify 8 of Cups. Which means, honestly, she shouldn't... They were both at fault in the sense that she should have never let him back in because he still hadn't learned that lesson. Clarify 8 of Cups. So, we end up with the Queen of Swords again. 3 of Swords. 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So they both end up single. Because he's not going to be able to see the soft side of her until he's willing to open up. And she's not going to let him in. Because she finally learned the lesson that she shouldn't be giving what someone else isn't willing to give to her. I'm going to read the meaning of the ceremony card once more because I want to remember how this ties in to the story. All right. So the ceremony card is rite of passage, direction, and intention. Ceremonies are rites of passage that mark the end of one way of being and the beginning of a new journey. We see them presented in birthdays, graduations, and in the case of magic, a series of steps that direct energy towards your desired intention. To perform a ceremony is a pledge to transform your former self so that you may become wiser and more powerful. You have pulled ceremony because you are ready to rise to a new level of being. Where you are now is much too small for who you are becoming. You are ready to expand and start reaching for bigger goals. Do not be afraid of your power, for you are destined to do and have more extraordinary things. If ever you doubt yourself, know that you have earned your seat at this new table through the lessons, challenges, and hardships you have previously endured. You may wish to perform a ceremony of your own to cement your commitment to a new direction. Okay, I got it. So this card has come out because this is for both of them. This isn't a story about the masculine or the feminine because it's a story for both of them. It's the fact that they weren't able to commit to each other, but this relationship taught them lessons about love. It taught them what you shouldn't do, what you should do, what's lacking. Heartbreak, as difficult as it is to endure, also teaches you things. Because this is Saturn in Libra. Saturn is a teacher, right? It's harsh lessons, but now what they are committed towards is a whole new direction in life. And because of the nudity here, it lets me know that now they've learned to be transparent, to be vulnerable. So good luck to them on their new endeavors, their new journeys. Okay? All right, guys, that's what I got for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to your feedback. Make sure to comment, react, share, send stars. Love you. Bye-bye.